What if the Stellenkern SR35 had the power, or say the torque, of a V8, but you could switch it down to a 4-cylinder when you wanted to? Interesting, right? I know I'm stretching this analogy just a little bit, but let's talk some more about that. Stellenkern makes some of the best portable music players on the market. There's no doubt about that. Their Aenorma lineup of DAPs is aimed at the entry-level or beginner audiophile. Sure, they're still a bit pricey for some, but I'll tell you right now, you won't find this many premium features and performance in any other DAP under $1,000. That's saying a lot when you look at a hobby where you can easily spend thousands, plural, of dollars on equipment, even on a single device. It's kind of crazy, but that's where the true value of the SR35 really lies, by giving you a complete all-in-one hi-fi system that literally fits in your pocket. Remember, the iPod never died, it just grew up into a DAP. Let's take a quick look at the SR35 DAP. On the top of the SR35 music player, Stellenkern has packed 3 individual headphone jacks on the DAP. A 3.5mm unbalanced port, a 4.4mm balanced port, and a 2.5mm balanced port. On the left-hand side of the device are the 4 buttons from top to bottom: power on off, track skip back, play pause, and track skip forward. On the bottom are the USB-C jack for charging and the micro SD card supporting up to 1 terabyte card sizes. Finally, on the right side of the player is the volume knob. I'm a big fan of their volume knobs. They're oversized, tactile, and milled with precision. No one makes knobs like a Stellenkern. The design is pure Stellenkern. Sharp angles, premium materials, and of course, unique to the SR series, the angled screen. It makes sense when you hold it. You don't have to angle your wrist like you usually would to see it straight on. Brilliant design. I appreciate the size as well. It's truly portable, and with some of the larger phones and DAPs out there, it's nice to be able to add another device to my bag without doubling the weight. Probably the only shortcoming to the music player is the small screen, which might be a problem for a very few with amazingly large sausage fingers or huge hands. It certainly takes some getting used to, but after a while, even I learned to type accurately with a little adjusting. It's only a 3.6-inch screen, but the 720p display looks sharp. The Stellenkern has also updated the UI UX with their Crimson theme. It's a nice upgrade from the last interface, and it's familiar enough that previous Stellenkern users don't need to relearn the layout. It's even the same UI they use on their flagship DAP, the SP3000. It's the perfect size in my book if I'm wanting to carry around an extra designated device solely for listening to music. Now, when it comes to new stuff, this is where Stellenkern has really outdone themselves. If you love detail, textures, and definition in your music, then you can't go wrong with any of their players. But the one thing I appreciate about the company is that they continue to innovate and bring their best technology to every device in their lineup. They don't restrict the best tech behind a paywall for their customers. That being said, the SR25 Mark II was a superb little music player. How do you improve upon an already outstanding entry-level audiophile device? More tech? More options to tailor the sound to your liking? Better specs? Stellenkern said yes to all of the above. For the first time in an Aenorma series DAP, Stellenkern equips the new music player with a quad DAC configuration. Not just one, but 4 Cirrus Logic CS43198 chips are packed inside. The CS43198 is a capable and efficient chip, providing a great amount of detail in soundstage. That's not all, however, because AK implements a new audio circuit for the SR35, providing more sonic fidelity in an entry-level player than ever before. What really impressed me at Axpona was the newly designed dual/quad DAC switching mode on the SR35, allowing the user to disable 2 of the DAC chips to run in a dual DAC mode for better efficiency and longer battery life without much sonic degradation. Absolutely no complaints here, as I'm already a big big portable lover, and being able to stay away from the power outlet for longer is huge. In dual DAC mode, I'm getting around the estimated 20 hours, and you'll get somewhere in the ballpark of half of that in quad DAC mode. I got between 8 to 10 hours on average. The SR35 also sports some new amplifier technology from Estel & Kern. The new generation amp, as they're calling it, improves noise reduction at high power output. This change brings the entry-level AN Norma line in line with their more expensive AN Futura and AN Ultima music players. Combine that with the two-step gain mode, you can now select normal or high gain modes depending on your power requirements. The SR35 can output a whopping 6 VRMS from the balanced connections. That was my biggest beef with the previous SR series of DAPs. They sounded great, but they just didn't have enough power for my favorite headphones. The SR15 was grossly underpowered, the SR25 was decent, the Mark II improved a bit, and now the SR35 can carry itself respectfully. It's a much needed change and a very appreciated upgrade for sure. You'll likely have no issue powering your favorite Mezes, Focals, Audeze, it depends. Sony is fine, dynamic drivers no problem, planars really depend on the headphone, but just check the estimated output that your headphone needs. So this new tech greatly informs and affects the sound quality of the SR35. Be sure to check out the full written review that we'll link in the description below for more sound impressions on the SR35 and what you can expect from your favorite genres. For my testing setup, I paired the SR35 with the Focal Batiste headphone with a Black Dragon portable cable. I paired both wired and wireless setups. I also tried the Empire Ears Bravado Mark II IEM with a Bronze Dragon IEM cable. Dual DAC mode is certainly great at bringing out those crispy details, brass shine, and giving you decent and punchy low end. If you are concerned about the battery life, like if you're going on a long trip or whatnot, I certainly wouldn't be disappointed by the dual DAC mode. It's not going to be for bass heads in this mode, however. The quad DAC mode really flexes the music muscles of the SR35. I can notice an immediate change and improvement. Mids and lows are buffed or enhanced, the soundstage gets wider and deeper with the extra processing power. I would say it still leans to the analytical side of things for the most part, but I could see the SR35 easily pairing with a warmer headphone without issue for those who prefer a more musical presentation. Speaking of genres, the SR35 excelled with classical, jazz, folk, and classic rock in particular. Rock, EDM, R&B, rap, and others will certainly benefit more from the quad DAC's added depth and mid to low end weight. The sound configurations and power really make the SR35 a small force to be reckoned with when it comes to getting a complete portable hi-fi system that fits in your pocket. The SR35 fixes a lot of what was lacking in the SR25 Mark II, namely more power and more weight to the sound. The quad DAC sounds absolutely lovely, adding textures and weight and depth to the sound that no player at this price range has. The up to 6 VRMS output is welcome and makes the SR35 a capable portable music player for most headphones now. The SR25 just couldn't hold up. I think the SR35 is a tremendous value as an entry-level music player. At $799 for those thinking about getting more from their music or even just seasoned audiophiles wanting a more portable setup. You're getting way more tech and much better sound for not much more than the last gen at this price. Estel & Kern throws in all their premium proprietary technology and combined with the dual and quad DAC modes, high gain and low gain switching, filters, boosted power output, revamped UI, solid all-day battery life, and of course, excellent sound quality. It's hard not to recommend the SR35 for just about any scenario. Listen, if you're looking for an under $1,000 DAP, look no further. It's the SR35. If you like this video, be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on all the best audio gear right here at Moon Audio. If you have any questions, drop a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.